Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Greenbay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
319. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. What we got? 319. What we got?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
This is brought in at the 21. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Wentz. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. On play action, Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Sack lunch, baby. Yum, 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 yum.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And an alley to run. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Got three down.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Whenever we talk about Zach Brown, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. He can absolutely fly at the linebacker position.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Rodgers now to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of a couple. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he's been fun to watch.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter, and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Flush to his right, and he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 35. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 48 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Mike 51. 3 buzz.
Now Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, way to get behind them pads and run. Come on, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Let's get this. Let's get this.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Eagles 23, Packers nothing.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.